4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I kind of feel like Sam from Dear White People right now, so we're just gonna get into it. What is the difference between cultural appropriation, cultural appreciation, and straight out blackfishing? Like, I feel like there's a really thin line, and some people have been crossing those lines for some years now. And one of the brands that I think is the ultimate example of this is definitely Urban Skin RX. So over this weekend, Urban Skin RX just pops on my timeline. Honestly, I kind of forgot that they existed, but they are constantly popping in my feed every now and then. And I decided to go for some clickbait. And when I went to the site, all I see is images of beautiful black women. I mean, literally the first page is all black women. So you'll have the perception as a consumer that this brand is for black women. If you are not educated on the brand or the brand story, you may very well think that this is a brand owned by two black people. So when I first heard of Rachel Roth, I always kind of was wondering, like, what is her ethnicity? Like, is she, like, what is her race? Like, is she white? Is she mixed? Is she black? I am going through Instagram and I'm like looking at images and I'm just like, hold up, what happened here? So this is a picture of Rachel Roth in 2013, and this is a picture of Rachel Roth now in 2019. I don't know, but in my eyes, she look a little bit more blacker. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. Let's keep things moving. I don't understand why she's being featured in all of these black publications as a white woman. She purposely puts herself in the limelight to get all of the clout, get all of the attention, because this, in my opinion, is her baby. This is her brand. This is the brand that she's built. And I don't think these co-owners, co-founders, I don't think this is a 50-50 split. I feel like she has like a Rolodex of potential black co-founders / co-owners. So the original black co-founder, co-owner was Charity Washington. Supposedly they got in a little tit for tat and they decided to split ways. And now we see Dr. Henson, who's been with the brand from the beginning. There is no clear involvement that this man has. I don't know. He kind of literally reminds me of just a visual. You know, like when colleges, PWIs basically need that one black face in their marketing collateral to sound diverse. That's almost like what it feels like when I'm on the founder page. It's like, we just need somebody here to make this story make somewhat of sense. But to me, it still doesn't make any sense. And my question is, why is it that a white woman is representing this black ass brand? So now let's get to disclaimers and to the lovely CYA that this woman does. For CYA, if you guys don't know what that means, it means cover your ass. So this is some of the CYA verbiage that she uses. So all skin tones, all women, diversity, inclusiveness, those are all code for bullshit. You cannot call yourself a diverse brand. You can't call yourself an inclusive brand if all of your images are monolithic. Now, she will sprinkle in a white person here and there, but generally, if you go to the IG page, if you go to their social media accounts, to their actual web page, their actual website, you will see a whole bunch of black women. So you, as a consumer, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, Asian, whatever, you would think that this brand is for black women. And before I forget, this is what threw me off of the loop. This is what threw me off the edge. Let me go plug up my computer real quick so I can play you this shit. A few years back, she launches a campaign called My Shades Campaign. And I just want you to hear this bullshit. Because again, granted, it's CYA language, verbiage, copy, vernacular, whatever you want to call it. But it should not be coming from her. I just feel like it's not authentic. So let's play the clip, shall we?
Our company really represents the beautiful shades of skin and being able to address each one of them. I'm tired of just all these issues that are going on that's causing separation, because especially amongst women, I don't care what color you are, what size you are, all women and young girls are going through daily struggles of how they feel about they look on the outside. I wanted to start a movement where we really celebrate.
So let's just pause. Why do you need to be talking? Again, if this was an event where she was speaking to a room full of different ethnicities, actual diversity, no, you're speaking to a room full of Black women talking about how we need to celebrate our uniqueness and not let this divide us and all of these things. Why are you trying to be a champion for a cause that does not belong to you? My shade, my melanin, these are words that are definitely used in the Black community and kind of have been honed in the Black community and of communities of color, right? So I never in my a few years, not giving you my age of life, have heard that this now is inclusive for white people. So I just think that you even saying that you started this movement, to me, again, it just feels not authentic. Why? Why do you need to start a movement, sis? You don't need to start a movement. We have activists, we have other entrepreneurs, we have other spokespeople who can talk on this topic from the perspective of a minority. And you're not a minority. So what gives you the authority to do this? Why do you specifically, when you have a whole company full of Black people, need to be the representative? Why do you need to speak on this topic? To tie it together is that I am over the white savior narrative. I saw this opportunity to really help all women. Did you see an opportunity? Because it sounds like you saw a coin. You know that Black women struggle with their skin. We struggle with hyperpigmentation. We struggle with scarring, acne scarring. And you saw a need in the market and you figured out how to capitalize off of that need. And there's nothing wrong with that, but let's just be 100%. You get what I'm saying? There's no need to pretend whatever, we know what it is. You benefit from this culture, which in turn helped you build this brand. You saw the need in the market. You saw that, I guess, we weren't being spoken to, which is a lie. And you figured out a way to create a product that serves this audience. My issue is, why couldn't you be second in command? Why are you the spokesperson for a Black brand? How does that even work? How is that even authentic? I think that is total bull. And I think as a Black consumer, I feel like a lot of people may potentially be deceived. Either one, they think that this company is fully Black owned, which is why they're rah-rah supporting it, or two, they're just turning a blind eye because of all of the Black influencers, all of the, Black celebrities who have come out to support this brand. So now this leads me to, my next question. Did we bring this upon ourselves? I sometimes feel like as Black people, we really strive to be accepted by whites, in the sense that we're always kind of oh, why didn't we get the Grammy? Why didn't we get that? But we never show up to the BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? It's just like where it counts, where there's spaces for us, by us, we not supporting that, but we care so much about what Becky has to say about us. And it's just like, why do we constantly do that? I will never forget, like a few years back, there was this very popular white kappa that went viral. And if you know anything about Black sororities and fraternities, we've been strolling for days, and this kappa went viral for strolling, something that we have been doing since the beginning of time. And for me, I never understood how this man built so much clout off of this video. But this is another example, in my opinion, of like this white savior complex or just cultural appropriation, because he then in turn used all of the clout that he built from doing something that we always do to now talk about activism and all of these things. And I met this man in person, and you know, let's just say I'm not a fan. I think that shit is whack. We do shit like that and it's just like, oh, okay. But we literally made this man go viral. So it's just like, is it our fault? Is it, you know, whose fault is it? Or is it that I'm crazy? Am I the only one that has an issue with a white woman owning such a Black centric brand? I just think that that is so weird. There are so many Black brands that you can go out right now today and support. And I'm talking about super duper Black. Like, I would even put some names down in the bottom, because I just think that we as consumers need to start investing in our own community. And granted, yes, this brand may be partially owned by a Black person, but if we can get fully Black, why not? Or if they just change positioning, which she's not gonna do, or, you know, equal the clout out. Why are you doing all of the press? Why are you in all of the marketing collateral and constantly telling the brand story? I don't know. I just think it's weird. So we are going to end there. Again, I really just want to launch a conversation, because I may just be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people may not see anything wrong with it. Again, she never claims to be Black. She doesn't claim to be non-white, at least in the copy and the verbiage on her site. Again, like, you have to kind of dig a little bit to figure out what her ethnicity is, but it may not even matter to you. But to me, I think as a Black consumer who may potentially be looking to support like fully Black owned businesses, or businesses founded by a black, you know, woman or a man, I think that there's some deception going on here. And maybe, hey, you got in early when Charity was once co-owner, co-founder, whatever, and you kind of just was like, okay, I'm riding forever. But for the longest of time, she has been the face of this Black ass brand. So that is just my thoughts. You know, I really, again, want to start a conversation. Is this cultural appropriation? Is this blackfishing? Is this you're tripping and like there's nothing wrong with it? It could be a combination of both. I think it's a little splash, or, you know, Salt Bay of blackfishing, a little bit of, you know, cultural appropriation, and just a lot of, but you know, I would say there's a lot of appreciation for the culture, but I think a lot of it is very tied to the coin. So yeah, which in turn is tied to the white savior, which is in turn tied to appropriation. So who knows? You get what I'm saying? It's just like, if you have one part of a check, you know, of a box checked off, does that mean that that kind of X's out the other box? Because she checking all three, but I'm like, does that even kind of like outweigh the bad, you know? So we'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments. Let me know what you think about this topic. Again, if you want to support like fully owned Black owned businesses, I put a list of some really dope ones down below. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and have a blessed day.